Hello and welcome. In the last video, I showed you how to edit using CapCut on your phone. Today, I'll walk you through the desktop version step by step. By the end of this video, you'll know how to do a lot of things, which include importing your footage, using the timeline properly, trimming and splitting your clips, adding text and subtitles, adding music, using simple animations, and exporting in high quality for YouTube. You can see we have a lot on our plate today. So take your time and feel free to pause the video whenever necessary. And if you are ready, let's begin. Working with CapCut on your PC, first go to your browser and type CapCut. Enter. This will give you various search results for CapCut. Please look for the one that says www.capcut.com. Click on it to load the official website of CapCut. Once in the official website, come over to this section and click on download to download the installer file for CapCut. Once the installer file is downloaded in your PC, click to locate it and then click on the installer file to run the app on your PC. Once CapCut is fully installed on your PC, you'll find the icon on your desktop. So to load CapCut, click on the CapCut icon on your desktop. Once your CapCut app is open, you come over here and create projects. Just click and the CapCut interface will be open to you. So let's take a quick tour around this interface. This section here is known as the media panel. All right, this is where you import your clips to work on here in CapCut, your audio files, your video files, and your images. Okay, here this is the preview window. Whatever work you are doing down here in the timeline, you have a preview of it here in the preview window. This here at the bottom, like I just called it, this is the timeline. All right, this is where you carry out your work, and here this is the editing tool section. The tools change every now and then depending on the task you are carrying out. Next, we'll look at importing your files. To import your files, you simply click on this import button here and locate wherever your files are. Okay, when you see your files, you simply pick as many as you want to work on and you click open, and you have your files visible in the media panel. So whichever one you want to work on, what you do, you simply hold down your mouse on it and drag it to your timeline. It's as easy as that. So that is how you import your files and move to the timeline. Let me quickly mention that when you have a video file on your timeline, you can click on it, come to the tool section here, the editing tool section here. You can click on audio and alter your volume. All right, you can reduce the volume, you can reduce the volume, you can increase the volume, and you can leave it at default if you so wish. Another thing you could do, if you would want to completely mute your audio file, all right, you don't want any audio, you can do that easily with this button here. This will mute any video file on this timeline. So with this button, you can mute your files. When you play, you will not have audio sounding. Next, we're going to look at how to trim and split our clips. Okay, if we play this clip now, we'll see that the guy walks in and he gives those things to the lady and he later steps back. If, for instance, you want to trim off the beginning part of this clip, probably the point where he was walking down before he extended those gifts to the lady, what you simply do, put your pointer at the point where you want to cut. Okay, maybe at that point, select your clip, come to this menu here and click on this icon, which is called split. So if I split, that means I've cut this clip at this point. If I click now, you see that I have this clip shared into two parts. The next thing you want to do is to select the part you want to delete and come here and click on delete. Okay, please make sure you are selecting the part you want to delete. All right, now you can come here, click on delete. You can as well right click on it, come up here, click on delete, or after selecting it from your laptop, you can touch delete and it will be deleted. So I'll use this now and delete that. All right. Now, what if the portion I want to cut off is the end parts of the clip? Maybe at the point after giving the gift while he was stepping back. Let's say from this point, what do? You put your playhead where you want to cut off. Make sure your clip is selected and click on split. Your clip is now shared into two again. Select the part you want to delete and delete. So this clip ends at that point now, right? Okay, so what if you want to cut off the middle of your clip? Let's say at the point of getting to where the lady is, and okay, let's just say the point where she collects the gift. What do? Put your pointer where you want to start cutting off, click on split, then you move to the end of the portion that you want to cut off. All right, so this time we are clicking on split twice. For the first one, we clicked on split once. The second one, we clicked on split once. But when you want to cut the middle of your clip, you're going to click on split twice. So you put the playhead at the portion where you want the deleted part to end, and you click on split again. So now this clip is now shared into three different parts. The middle part is the part that you want to go off. So select it and click on delete. The next thing you have, your clip will go like that. All right. So that middle part is gone off because you have cut it off. So that's how you cut. That's how you trim your clips. You can trim them, trim the beginning part of your clips. You can trim the end. You can also trim them at the middle. Another way you can trim your clips is to hold down. When you select a clip, you see that there is a white border around it. So you can actually hold down on the right border, all right, and drag to the left. That's another way to cut your clip. If I play through this, if I feel that this second image is too long, is occupying too much portion of the video, to trim this off, I could as well split it. Okay, I can split it the former method I taught you, or you could just hold down after selecting the image, I can hold down on the right border and drag to the left, drag to wherever you want it to end. So that way that image is not taking too much portion of the clip anymore. I can as well do it to this video. All right, let's say I want to take off this portion where she gets to the hanger and start putting that hanger on it. I just select the image, hold down on this right border and drag to the left, drag to the point where you want the clip to stop. So now this is what we have. Okay, it ends there. The remaining part of the clip is gone. So that's another way to trim your clips. All right. In the same vein, for images, you can use that same method, holding down the right border and drag to wherever you want that image to get to. Okay. Then for the case of video clips, you can only do so if previously you have used that method to trim the clip. For example, this clip, I trimmed it by removing the last part of the clip. I used the right border to trim it to this point. So because I have done that before, I've taken that action before, I can also open it up and include that last part. All right. But for instance, if this is the whole of the clip, I cannot just use this border to be extending it. I can only use that if I had previously trimmed the clip using that method before. So for images, you can hold down the right border, you can reduce the image, you can increase the image. For those of you that are into storytelling, African folk tales, foreign stories and all that, when you make use of images, you can use this method to drag your clips to wherever you want them to begin and end. All right. Next, we'll look at how to add text and subtitles. Now, as you work, you may decide to add text to your image or to your video. All right. What you simply do, you make sure the playhead is at the portion where you want the text to appear, and then you come over here on top of the media panel and click on this text icon. Now once you click on it, you'll see this. Next thing you do, you click on the plus sign, and you have this text box on your screen showing default texts. All right. If you look over here, you will also see the text box here. Now, if I play this, you see that the text appears at the point where you have that text box. So if you want to type something, what you simply do, after seeing this text box, you come over here to the editing tool, you click in this window, delete the default text there, and type what you want. For instance, I could say happy anniversary. I could say happy anniversary. All right. You can move the text around and you place it wherever you want it to be. Another thing you can do, you can click on this basic. Okay, we are the basic. You can change your font. You can click here, change your font to whichever font you want. For instance, let me change it to this. You can come here. You can make your text bold. You can underline it, italize it. You can change the case as well. You can turn it to capital letters, small letters, title case. I'll leave it at title case. Then here you can change the color. You can decide to change the color of the text. Just click on any of the colors you see here and you can change the color. Another thing you could do, you could come to this preset style and apply any of these beautiful preset styles to your text. So let's assume that I want to leave it at this. Again, you can move it around. You can resize it. Yes, let's scroll down. With this section, scale, you can resize the text. Another way you can resize is while it's selected, these pointers at the four corners of the text box, you can use that to resize. So let me keep this here. Now, you see that when I play the image, as the image moves there, you see the text appear and then it disappears. If you want this text to cover your entire clip, what you simply do, hold down the edges of this text box and spread it. All right. So that way, as you play, you see that your text is there on the screen. So that's how you add text to your videos. Next, we are going to add our subtitles. What you simply do, you come to this section, click on text, and then you go ahead and hit generate. Hold on for a little while and you have your subtitles. Okay, so you have your subtitles. You can see that as the clip is playing, what they are saying will be showing on the screen. All right. So that's how you add subtitles to your videos. Next, let's look at how to arrange clips properly on your timeline. I have 4 clips on the timeline right now. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Now, if you feel they are not properly arranged, for instance, you would want the second clip to come first, what you simply do, hold down any of them and move, just drag. So it's as easy as that. This is now the first clip. If you want this second one to be the last clip, you just hold down and drag to the right. So you can arrange your clips properly, place them in the order you desire by holding down on them and moving either to the left or to the right. They will automatically rearrange themselves. I'll also add that you can easily zoom in and out of your timeline. All right. When you use the zoom icon here, when you click on the minus icon, you zoom out of your timeline. This will enable you to add more clips to the timeline. Okay, then when you click on the plus sign, you can zoom into your timeline. Next, we will add music to our video. If it is a case of the music that you have downloaded and you have in your device, you come here and click on imports from your media panel. All right, then you locate the music. Where is it located? For instance, I may want to get this. Okay, now we have imported the music to the media panel. So to add it to your video, you simply hold it down and drag to the timeline. All right, so after dragging to the timeline, you can come over here, adjust the volume. If it's a background music and you don't want it to overshadow your main video, you can come to your volume section here and reduce the volume. All right, do whatever you want to do to the volume. If you feel that your audio file is too long, you want to cut it, simply select it, put the playhead where you want to cut it and split. Then you delete the unwanted portion. And there you have your music. If you play this now, you'll hear your music in the background. Now, the next thing we are going to do is to add simple or basic animation and effects to our video. If I hold down this clip and come down to this, come up here to the editing section, you can click on animation. Now from this section, you can apply some animation and effects to your clips. All right, you can apply effects on animation effects on how the clip begins, how it ends. You can also apply the effect to the entire clip. Then here you have in, you have out, and you have combo. This combo is a combination of in and out animation. So let's do something to our clip right now. If I select this clip, I could come here and say shake. Okay, this is shake 3. You have a lot of them. Just take your time and explore this section and try them out. All right, so I have said that when the clip begins, it should shake like that. Then let me apply something to the end of that clip. Out, let's say, let me click on fade out. So what will happen now if I play this clip? It will begin like that and then it will fade out. Please let me mention at this point that the fact that you have in here, it doesn't mean that when you apply the animation, it doesn't mean that the effect will only be at the beginning of the clip. You can actually spread that effect to cover the entire clip. For example, if I come to the out section and I click on, let's say zoom in, now, by default, the effect applies to the end of the clip, because I selected that animation from the out section. But while the clip is selected, if you come down to the bottom here, you can increase the duration of the effect on that clip. I've dragged this to the end here. So you see that what happens is that from the beginning of the clip, it starts to zoom in. Let me play it again. From the beginning of the clip, the effect is applied. All right, let me try something else from the combo section on this last clip. Okay, all right, let's see what this will do. Like I said, the combo is a combination of in and out. Okay, so you see that the clip began by turning around and it ended that way. So that's what combo does. So take your time and go through them, explore them, and decide whichever one of them you would want to make use of. But let me state here that when you are applying animations to your videos, the lesser the better. Okay, because you have a whole lot of beautiful animations there does not mean you should pack everything into your videos. The lesser the better. All right, now the next thing we will do, we'll look at how to export. When you're done with your work, please go back and check one last time or even two. and be sure that you are okay with what you have done so far. All right. Then the next thing you do is to come up here and click on export. Okay, so when you're exporting, you can, this section here, you have an opportunity to name your file. Let's just call this practice 111. And in the next section, you can decide where the file should be exported to. All right, just click here and decide which of the files, which of the folders where you want the file to be exported to in your PC. Okay, then you can come down here and select the resolution that you want to export in. Then you leave the remaining sections with their default setting. Then you go right ahead and click on export. And that is the full beginner walkthrough of CapCut using desktop. If you prefer more precision and a cleaner workflow, desktop editing is a great choice. If this video helped you, please let me know in the comments. And if I may ask, what do you prefer, phone editing or desktop editing? Please let me know in the comments. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.